Hello everyone, breaking news as it's been reported from Fabrizio Romano today. Luis Diaz will be leaving Liverpool Football Club. Now, the full terms of the agreement between Bayern Munich, Liverpool, and Diaz has been reported by Romano saying, FC Bayern Munich reach full agreement to sign Luis Diaz from Liverpool. Here we go. 75 million euro package agreed and authorized for medical. Also confirmed from LFC. Lucho wanted to leave. Liverpool accepted the conditions and Diaz will now sign a 4-year deal at Bayern Munich. Now, if you've been watching my channel or just keeping up to date with transfer rumors, specifically from Liverpool, this would not be coming as a massive surprise to you. Obviously, a huge part of this as well, I covered yesterday. Liverpool played AC Milan in a preseason friendly. Following the match, Arne Slot came out and said that Luis Diaz was not included in the roster due to the speculation on the Colombian's future with Liverpool. So for me, once I saw that and heard Arne Slot come out and say these things, I knew Luis Diaz was going to be leaving the club. It was just a matter of time and how soon we would find out about it. Now, with all of that being said, I think when you look at the fact that we've just lost our starting left winger to Bayern Munich, the obvious reaction would be that we need a replacement at left wing, and I don't think that that is the case, because also following the game yesterday against AC Milan, Arne Slot came out and said that we need to find a replacement at center back, with Joe Gomez picking up an injury once again in our preseason friendly. And I wouldn't be surprised if the immediate turnaround from this Luis Diaz deal would be for Liverpool to attack an option for a defender, specifically at center back. One of the biggest options that's been rumored throughout the transfer window is the likes of Mark Guéhi potentially coming to Liverpool, and I won't be surprised if in the next coming week that is an option that gets into advanced talks, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's completed before the end of the summer, or before the start of the Premier League season, rather. If it's not Guéhi, I still would not be surprised if Liverpool make a center back a priority. Now, on the flip side of things, one potential rumor for Liverpool thus far this transfer window has been Rodrigo, who there's been speculation on his future at Real Madrid going forward. I don't really believe that this will come to fruition. It's just been something that's been rumored for quite some time. Maybe it will come to fruition. Maybe Rodrigo will come to Anfield, especially since we've just lost our starting left winger. But honestly and truthfully, I think it comes down to the fact that Cody Gakpo has improved, especially towards the second half of last season. Florian Wirtz can play as a left winger. And obviously, everyone knows about the Alexander Isak rumors with Liverpool and the fact that he might be coming to the club. With us just signing Hugo Ekitike as well, for me, I think the fact that Ekitike, Gakpo, and even potentially Wirtz can play off that left wing role, I just think Arne Slot and Liverpool could not guarantee Luis Diaz regular, recurring first-team football, especially as a starter. Obviously, we would assume he would come off of the bench. What does this mean going forward? What this means is this just adds on to the list of transfers that Liverpool have made this summer, ingoing, outgoing. I'm not completely surprised about this. I've covered it in the past that Luis Diaz rumors leaving Liverpool have been a common theme since he joined the club. It seems as though every summer transfer window, there's some sort of rumor that Diaz could be out the door. Barcelona have always been the biggest club. And then I believe it was a season or two ago that towards the end of the transfer window, there was even a rumor of Diaz potentially joining Manchester City. That ended up being entirely false. But the rumor mill surrounding Luis Diaz has always been prevalent. Another big aspect of Liverpool's front line will be Darwin Núñez. The future of him is kind of remained, somewhat unknown at this point. Towards the beginning part of the transfer window, it seemed pretty obvious that Núñez would be leaving, and Napoli were really interested. That kind of fell through, and since then it has seemed as though Núñez might be staying with Liverpool. I do believe, though, if Liverpool are going to secure a deal with Alexander Isak, I think the likelihood that Darwin Núñez stays at Liverpool will decrease exponentially. And I wouldn't be surprised if the progression of the Alexander Isak talks continue, that Darwin Núñez could be out the door. It's when it comes down to Luis Diaz's time at Liverpool, I look at it from the perspective of I wish him nothing but the best. I felt he was always a player who worked extremely hard for the club, always played for the badge. But I don't know if it was a personal reason that he wanted to leave Liverpool, or like I said, I do believe it is the fact that he could not be guaranteed regular first team football. Look, 75 million euros for a 28-year-old player on a 4-year deal. I just look at it like this is good business from Liverpool. You know, how many years is this player going to be playing at the best? You know, you look at a guy like Mo Salah, who's still playing at a top level into his 30s. He's kind of a unicorn. That's the exception. That's not the standard. We can't expect a guy at Luis Diaz's age to be continuing on the run of form that he has had. And I think Liverpool identified this. And, you know, I think it was a little bit of a mutual agreement to part ways between Diaz and Liverpool. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click that notification bell as well so you know every time I make a new video. Thank you all for your support. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.